Hello everyone, and welcome again to the Natural Resources Canada series on urban trees. I'm Ken Farr. I'm a dendrologist with the Canadian Forest Service here at NRCan. And today we're going to be talking about some of the urban trees that are common in the area and that would be useful as trees for planting on properties and in and around spaces in your community. Well, here we have something slightly different for an urban tree choice. This is a Colorado blue spruce, Picea pungens. If you really are focused on planting with native trees, white spruce, Picea glauca, would make a good choice as well. And they're very similar in terms of their preferences and size and form. So why choose a Colorado blue spruce? Well, they're well known for being extremely tolerant of salt, particularly of drought, of dry soil conditions, and they'll grow well on a variety of soils as well. So for those reasons, it's a good choice for urban areas, not noted for being invasive. And in fact, you'll see them planted along highways as a kind of choice for landscaping open road areas. And that gives you an idea of how tough and accepting of difficult urban conditions these trees are. So in the case of a blue spruce or any spruce, how are you going to identify it? Well, it's interesting. All of the needles on the tree are single, and they attach to a little wooden peg on the twigs themselves. In the case of blue spruce, just as the name suggests, the needles have a beautiful blue, bright color to them, at least this cultivar. But in fact, it's just wax and it rubs off. The story there is that where these trees grow native, in Colorado of all places, in the spring, the native trees would just be slightly blue for a couple of weeks, and then they kind of fade to a dull green. These trees have been selected over time. They're cultivated varieties, cultivars. This one is named a Coster spruce. You can tell by the form, which is very columnar. There are other popular blue spruce cultivars like Hoopsie and some more interesting beach ball forms like Fat Albert that you can choose from. But this is a nice choice of tree. It gets to be quite large in the wild, 35 meters perhaps, less so in an urban setting. And what's really useful about this tree for a conifer is that it is rather columnar and narrow. Because if you think about it, any conifer that's cone-shaped is going to be at least 2/3 as wide at the base as it is tall. And if you don't have a large space, you're going to have the tree growing through the front window of your property after about 10 years, which just shows you've got the wrong tree in the wrong place. Another identification feature, and kind of an interesting one, the cones of this species have an interesting wavy margin to the cone scales, and the scales are loose and really flexible. Fairly pest-free and disease-free species. They do have a problem with a fungus that can kill off the lower branches and then higher and higher in the tree, but it's not prevalent. Colorado blue spruce, very common and a good choice for tough sites in the urban forest.
If you like this video, let us know with a thumbs up. Click on the logo below to subscribe to the Simply Science channel and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload new videos.